How should you build the hidden potential for Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are full swing into the 11th anniversary, and we are taking a look at the brand new LR Earth Shattering Climax Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, and talking about what I believe is his best hidden potential build. So let's start by taking a look at his kit, as that's going to be the biggest information on how we should build this character. So he is a Carnival LR, which means he leads two categories, Daima and Vegeta's family, for HP attack defense 220%, with an additional 4 key for the Daima side of things. He activates an entrance animation on his entry turn that gives him key 3 and a attack defense 300% with a 70% chance of launching an additional super attack while guarding all attacks for 4 turns. His basic effects include attack defense 300%, an additional key 3 per tech key sphere obtained, and an additional key 2 per non-tech key sphere obtained. Damage reduction rate 30%, and Daima or Vegeta's family category allies attack and defense 30%. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 23 or more key, he gets an additional 30% damage reduction rate and a guaranteed additional super attack. For every attack performed within the turn, he gets an additional attack 100% within the turn. Every time he performs 3 or more attacks in battle, he launches an additional super attack once within the turn and gives all allies critical hit 50% beginning from the next attacking turn, up to 50% within the turn, right? So if you have 2 Vegetas, right, it's not going to stack up, right, that crit. Starting from the 4th turn or from the start of battle, he gives all allies defense 20% and superclass Daima allies guard attack for 2 turns when he's in the 2nd slot. He gives all allies 30% defense and superclass Daima allies guard for 3 turns if he is in the 3rd slot. So very, very unique effect, very powerful, and it definitely pretty much tells us what we need to build for him, right? Now, he does have an active skill, which massively raises attack temporarily and gives key 3 for 3 turns to all allies. His super attack, his regular super attack effects are giving a massively raised defense for 1 turn, make colossal damage to the enemy. And his 12 key is raising defense for 1 turn and causing make colossal damage. Now, he does have an EX super attack with which procs on his 12 key when he launches an additional super attack. It has a 50% chance to do so, and it will raise his it will raise his stats for the turn for 4 turns, and will also give allies 10% defense for 3 turns, right? And then that can stack up for every of the EX super attacks that he launches. You see, since it's on the 12 key, every time he launches a 12 key super attack, he can launch an EX super attack, which means his 12 keys are actually significantly stronger than his 18 keys because of not only them being EX super attacks, but because of this 100% for every attack performed. And because of this, he ends up being very, very, very strong, and he can snowball very, very quickly. Now, you will notice there is a very significant lack of one thing in its kits, and that is only exacerbated by him being tech but needing additional attacks, right? You see, as a tech type unit, you would naturally want to lean into critical hit, giving him 20 critical hit. Nodes would mean you get an additional 40%, right? 60% if you invest fully with his hidden potential skill orbs. However, due to his extra ability here with the additional attacks, to maximize his offense, you actually would more prefer to go into the additional attacks because you're not seeing this 50% crit support until those 3 attacks have been performed, right? Which may not always be right away on that first turn, which means your first 2 attacks may not crit at all. So because of that, I actually recommend doing a very similar build to STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and that is maximum additionals, right? To maximize those additional attacks to get that extra 100% attack, and proc that additional guaranteed super for the 3 supers as soon as possible, and then sub-critical hit with an additional 22%. It's not a lot, but it is helpful. But on the extra orbs, right, aside from using his exclusive skill orbs, you can give him extra crit orbs. His exclusive skill orbs, right, give him, level 9 defense, 7 defense and dodge, and then additional and offense or additional and crit would be the way to go. Now, if you really want to help him out on that extra crit for those early turns, then you give him some extra crit on the gold and the silver instead of his regular orbs. That would be my best recommendation, because you don't want to find yourself launching those additional super attacks with this ability and not being able to crit. And it can happen. I've had it happen multiple times. You want these to be hitting hard because unlike Goku, he doesn't have effective against all types, right? So if he misses that crit, his damage is going to be significantly lowered. So you do want to launch those. Now, the nice thing is, right, between Goku and between the other supports on the team, it's very easy to mitigate, this crit, even though, 3 attacks is pretty easy to perform. So you might not need it. You could very well just drop the crit and go into dodge if you trust that, the support from the allies and his own support starting from that 3rd attack is enough, especially if you're running 2 Vegetas. But personally, I have found it to be inconsistent, so that is why I make the recommendation to go with the sub crit. Right? If you're really feeling it inconsistent, you can swap it and go full critical hits and sub additionals, right? But that does mean you are cutting low your additional super chance and your additional attack chance for that extra 100% proc. So it's really a judgment call here. Either one works for him, but just understand that, you might be, having some trouble with crits early on until this part of his passive kicks in. Just something to consider. So guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, how did you build your Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta? Again, my best recommendation is full additionals with sub crit to sort of mitigate that lower crit chance on those early turns, but you're more than welcome to swap it if you feel like you need that extra crit chance. Either one really does work. It's really just personal preference. I don't feel that either him or Goku really benefit from gaining dodge, but it certainly is an option. So let us know in the comments down below what you went with. Did you go full crit? Did you go full additionals? Or did you go full dodge? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.